Hey there, YouTube. It's me again. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why there's so much silence in my videos. You know, I'm always searching for words. And some people may not understand this, but I do it when I'm talking on the phone, actually, or when I'm writing or typing. I can't find the words, and what used to take me no time at all to say or uh, say see, I'm doing it now again, and I can't help it. I keep searching for words to say in a video, but it's not just a video. It's anytime anybody asks me something to explain something or whatever, I'm at a loss for words. I can't speak. I call it aphasia, expressive aphasia. I don't know whether it is or not, but it's not an all the time thing. As you can tell right now, I'm speaking in a totally normal, oh hell. Here we go again. I'm going to have a seizure. Oh, hell, I'm having a seizure. Oh, it'll be over in a minute. It'll be over. It'll be over. I'm so ashamed. Y'all, I am so ashamed. Sometimes with these seizures, I will cuss. You would think I have Tourette syndrome or something, the way I would cuss. And I would say bad words over and over and over and over. And it's nothing I can help. And people would just laugh at me. And, you know, they shouldn't do that, but they don't know. They don't know any better. I wanted to talk to you about that because people with this kind of aphasia just start searching for words, and you might have a blank spot in your video for a minute or even longer because you've forgotten where you are. And it's not just that you've forgotten, it's that you've forgotten how to talk. That's the only way I can describe it, is I have forgotten how to speak. And searching for words just doesn't do it because I don't know any words. And then it'll clear and I'll be able to here I go again. I'll be able to start talking again. But that's not the only thing. I'm not doing it much at all anymore, but I had to quit choir. I quit church altogether. But when I was in the choir, and I'd be in choir practice, we have books that we would have to sing that weren't part of the hymn books. They were special songs that we would sing, and we need to practice them. And all of a sudden, the words would start looking like German to me. They would look like they were a foreign language. And I would just look at them, and my mouth wouldn't move because I didn't understand the words, even though they were English. They didn't look English to me. And then when it cleared, I could sing. And the same thing would happen when Sunday came, and we had to sing the song. I'd muddle through the best I could, and then it'd be like a foreign language again, and I would just put my head down or something so they couldn't see my face, that my lips weren't moving, and do the best I could that way to cover the fact that I couldn't read the song. And that hasn't happened to me in a long time, but that was before I even started my seizure activity. When I first started having seizure activity that I know of, how to get my vision back here where you can see me. What was I talking about? Hell, I don't know. If you don't know, I don't know. Oh, hell. What was I going to say, guys? I know that I was going to say something. Something about not being able to talk, but I can't think. Anyway, maybe it'll come back later. It does sometimes. Oh, I know what it was. I'd be driving and I'd get lost, and it would be right here in Winder, and I know the streets frontwards and backwards and everything. I know everywhere to go in Winder, and I'd get lost, and I wouldn't know what lane to get in to. If I had to turn, I wouldn't recognize the street, and I'd start panicking, and my daughter would say, "Just turn, Mama, just turn. People are beeping at you." And I said, "Well, this isn't the place where I'm supposed to turn." "Yes, it is, Mama, just turn." So I turned, and then I came to myself, and I realized that when I saw the church up there, that I was on the right road after all. And that was scary. That happened every time I was in the car driving. And Sean, Kim's husband, said never to get in the car again and drive. In fact, when I went to the doctor, Kim made sure she talked to the doctor about me driving, and he said, "No, absolutely not." He said, "Do you want to kill yourself or somebody else?" He said, "No, you don't." And he said, "Don't ever get in a car and drive again. Don't even get your license renewed to drive. get it renewed for ID, but don't get it renewed to drive. In fact, you can just get an ID instead of getting something to drive. It's really heck to get a driver's license these days. You need a birth certificate, where you live. I don't know, they need a whole lot of stuff nowadays that they didn't used to require ever since this 9/11 junk that happened. Well, I'm going to let y'all go now. I know I didn't say too much, but I had that on my mind and I wanted to get it out. Okay. Bye-bye.